Get the fastest internet available in North Central Washington by switching to LocalTel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today or go online to localtel.net.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good Friday evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window where once again low clouds hanging around the foothills of the Cascades as we look at downtown Wenatchee. A little bit of snow flurry activity this morning and some misty rain showers throughout our day, and that will be our scenario. In fact, a winter weather advisory has been posted mainly for eastern Washington over towards Spokane. So if you are traveling on I-90, be careful. We could see 1 to 3 inches of snow on I-90 as you near Spokane. That's tonight and tomorrow. And as far as our weekend goes, a good chance for the wet stuff here too. 60% tonight, 60 tomorrow as well. And we'll see at least a 30% chance on Sunday. And we are mainly talking a rain-snow mix. More on your weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. We'll introduce you to the Apple Blossom Royalty Top 25. And you can resume outdoor burning this weekend as the state has lifted a Stage 1 burn ban in central Washington. But first, we begin tonight. A near record apple crop could mean depressed prices for growers in Washington state. But industry officials say there should be less foreign competition that would mean more market demand. The state's Tree Fruit Association estimates 142.3 million 40-pound boxes of fruit came off the trees this season. That's just shy of the all-time record of 143.6 million that was harvested in 2014. The Capitol Press reports Red Delicious apples should see increased overseas sales, especially in Asia, where the variety is very popular. For now, growers are seeing smaller returns, which is considered typical at this early stage in the shipping season. Retired Washington State University ag economist Desmond O'Rourke says the larger crop means marginal downward pressure on prices, but exports are doing well. The 2018 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival got a kickstart this week with the selection of the top 25 Royal Court candidates. Festival Administrator Darcy Christofferson made the announcement Wednesday on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz.
But we're excited. So these girls have already had their first speech practice, and then they'll enjoy their Christmas break with their families and then come back to school, and Speech Day is January 10th, and we'll have a top 10 that evening.
Is there a chance for the public to meet the 25 before January 10th?
No.
Okay.
There is an event.
Okay.
There is an event on January 9th. We call it the candidates reception, and we do that at the Performing Arts Center. It's at 7 p.m. and we encourage the public to come. It's kind of an icebreaker for the girls to get ready for Speech Day, is what I call it. Because getting in front of your whole school is scary.
Yeah.
To give a 2 to 3 minute speech. So we created this reception. I think they did it in the 70s. The Past Royalty Association used to put it on, and we've just continued it. And every year, the girls say, "Oh, I'm so glad I did that. Now I'm ready to do tomorrow." Mm-hmm. So we really encourage the public. If you have a candidate that you know and that you want to support, come to that event.
10 final candidates will be selected from the field of 25 next month. The Apple Blossom Festival starts on April 26th. You can resume outdoor burning this weekend as the state has lifted a Stage 1 burn ban in central Washington. Joy Redfield Wilder with the State Department of Ecology says the high pressure inversion that triggered the ban is exiting the region except for areas to the north in Okanogan County.
Today, we expect the burn bans to end in Asotin, Chelan, Douglas, Ferry, Kittitas, Klickitat, and Pend Oreille, and Stevens today at noon, but we're still seeing some poor air quality in Okanogan County, so the burn ban will continue in the Methow River Valley, which includes Pateros, Carlton, Twist, Meadow, Winthrop, and Mazama, and that's expected to continue over the weekend through about noon on Tuesday, when we'll double check things. There is a nice weather pattern coming through, but these valleys can trap the smoke. So we're looking to hoping people will not burn in the Mahou Valley.
Redfield Wilder says the ban was successful in helping maintain healthier air quality in north central Washington. The Stage 1 burn ban restricts all outdoor burning and use of uncertified wood stoves. A Canadian man has been ordered to pay a large fine for unpermitted development on Palmer Lake near Loomis in Okanagan County. The Washington State Department of Ecology issued the administrative order and $21,600 civil penalty this morning to Greg Newmarch of Kelowna, British Columbia, for unauthorized shoreline construction on Palmer Lake, as I mentioned, in Okanagan County. Without permits or authorization to work on the shoreline, Newmarch removed all vegetation and created a building pad for a new residence by installing fill and retaining walls above and below the ordinary high water mark on waterfront property he owns on Palmer Lake. The administrative order requires Newmarch to remove the unpermitted development and restore the lake bed and shoreline of Palmer Lake and obtain necessary environmental permits before doing so. The order and penalty follow a notice of correction issued back in November of 2016. Numerous technical assistance efforts and site visits. Newmarch has 30 days to file an appeal with the state's Shoreline Hearings Board. Coming up next, what impact will the decision regarding net neutrality have on local business? And we will let you know what upcoming Wenatchee road projects may delay your commute. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Come find your holiday gifts at Antique Mall at Cashmere this holiday season. With 15,000 square feet to explore, Antique Mall at Cashmere has something for everyone, from coin enthusiasts to avid collectors. For do-it-yourselfers, this is the place to find your next repurposing project. What a great way to make your holiday gifts for someone special. Using your keen eye to make something old and new again. Discover your next holiday gift in the Antique Mall at Cashmere. Stop on by today.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced yesterday he intends to challenge the decision by the federal government to eliminate net neutrality. Ferguson says the FCC's action will seriously harm consumers, innovation, and small businesses. So, what impacts will the decision have on companies such as Localtel customers? Company CEO Dimitri Mandelis commented in a recent interview on Street Talk and Other Stuff with host Mike Magnotti.
As one of your customers, if net neutrality is eliminated, how am I going to be affected? Well, I mean, what's going to happen with me?
With you?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing with. We're still an open network. Right. Okay. And so we're not changing anything. Really. Okay. But we don't build our own network. I mean, we're using the PUD's network primarily. But if I were, I'm just speculating now, okay? But if I were a charter and I'm spending millions and billions to build this network out, and I'm looking, how do I recoup my cost when Voodoo, Hulu, Google, Amazon, Apple, and more are going to be using this same network, and my services compete with them, and I can't charge them to use my network. I have to pay all the costs for this and still have to try to get my competitive product. Right. What will they do? I don't know.
The Federal Communications Commission voted 3-2 to overturn the Obama-era rules that were designed to prevent internet providers from showing favoritism to some websites and apps over others. Well, prepare yourself for some traffic revisions in the Wenatchee area due to planned road projects in 2018. Mission Street is scheduled to be repaved. You can also plan for slowdowns next summer on US 97 Blewett Pass as crews replace stream culverts. The DOT's Central Washington Regional Office Manager Dan Sarles says there will be impacts to traffic from both projects.
We'll be paving Mission. Part of what will happen is we'll also be laying some conduits in the pavement, so there'll be a trench dug. So there'll be a lot of things that seem to move slow, but there'll be a lot going on there. There'll also be a lot of the ADA ramps at the intersection, so all of those corners have to be brought up to current standards. So that will be going on. And then on Blewett, we've got a number of culverts that are fish barriers. So on the north side of Blewett, there are 3 culverts that we'll be replacing with basically box culverts. And then on the south side of Blewett, just below the Swat Creek campground, Swat Creek passes underneath the highway. That is a barrier as well, and we'll be replacing that culvert with a bridge.
Sarles provided an update on the projects at today's Wenatchee Valley Transportation Council meeting. He also says DOT is scheduled to move into its new office in the old station area next spring.
So facility-wise, yeah, we'll be moving off of North Wenatchee Avenue and into a new building out at Euclid Avenue across from the State Patrol, kind of in between the State Patrol and the Apple Commission. Hopefully that'll happen in April, May. We'll see how that goes. Contractor is currently ahead of schedule, but things happen between now and then.
Sarles also says construction of 2 new roundabouts in the East Wenatchee area have been delayed due to funding issues. The traffic features replace the intersection of Valley Mall Parkway and Ninth Street, as well as Ninth Street and Highway 28 Sunset Highway. One of the nation's leading healthcare publications, the Becker's Hospital Review, recently named Confluence Health CEO Dr. Peter Rutherford as one of the 183 nonprofit hospital and health system CEOs to know in 2017. The review honors those leading some of the largest, most successful and prominent healthcare organizations in the U.S. Dr. Rutherford has been the CEO of Confluence Health since its inception back in 2013, and during that time, the organization has grown 60% in the number of employees and physicians, added 4 new clinic locations, and new services and technologies. Becker's Hospital Review features business, legal news, and analysis relating to hospitals and healthcare systems, reaching more than 18,500 healthcare leaders in the country. You're watching NCW Life News. Coming up, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Hey, this is Justin at Club Crow Bar and Grill reminding you it's your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Jam sessions and live bands playing a wide range of music. If pool tables or pull tabs are more your thing, we have you covered. Enjoy the fun and food at Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Stop on by today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Finally Friday on the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from last night. First of all, in girls basketball, Cashmere all over Okanagan 89-37. Cascade got by Manson. Waterville Mansfield beat Pateras for the first time in quite a while. On the boys' hardwood last night, Cashmere beat Okanagan by 6. It was Manson over Cascade, and Waterville Mansfield doubled up on the boys and the girls last night, downing Pateras. Girls bowling yesterday, Eastmont shut out Davis 4-zip as Becca Maines rolled a 2-14, Riley Cox a 2-04, Alicia Hastings a 2-02. Wildcats remain undefeated on the season. On the prep schedule for tonight, first in girls basketball, West Valley's at Wenatchee, 5:45 start time. We've got that live here on the NCW Life channel. Ian Dunn and Mark Miller with your play-by-play. Eastmont's on the road at Ike, Chelan hosting Omak, Waterville Mansfield at Bridgeport, Brewster at Manson, Yakima Tribal at Etiette. On the boys' schedule, pretty much the same thing, just later times for the boys as they have a 7:15 start time for Omak at Chelan, West Valley at Wenatchee at 7:30. That'll be the second end of our doubleheader tonight here on the NCW Life channel. Eastmont at Ike at 7:30. Waterville Mansfield at Bridgeport at 7:30. Also a 7:30 tip time for Manson and Brewster. Etiette hosting Yakima Tribal. Coming up on the schedule for Saturday, we'll start things off in girls basketball. Davis at Wenatchee while Eastmont's at West Valley. Chelan is on the road at Zilla, all with a 5:45 start time. And boys basketball on Saturday, same schedule. Chelan's at Zilla, Davis at Wenatchee, Eastmont at West Valley, 7:30 tip times. On the mats this weekend, we've got lots of tournaments. Eastmont's on the road at Kitsap for the Hammerhead Tourney today and tomorrow. Wenatchee Grapplers in Yakima for the Ike Invite. Big 12 Team Cashmere Invite starts tomorrow morning at 10 at Rondon Gymnasium. Chelan's at the 14 Team Oroville Invite up by the border at 10 o'clock. The Wenatchee Wild hosts Salmon Arm tonight and tomorrow night at the Town Toyota Center and BCHL Hockey. Tonight is Ladies Night as the Wild hosts the Silverbacks at 7. Then tomorrow it's the Teddy Bear Toss also at 7 o'clock. The Wenatchee High School Applettes dance team hosting a hip-hop holiday mini camp for kids kindergarten through 5th grade tomorrow at Wenatchee High School. They had a pre-registration available for children in the Wenatchee School District already, but Coach Lindsay Loudon says you can still sign up your kids tomorrow morning.
You're from a different district and you still want to attend the mini camp, you can do that. You just have to register your kiddo at the front door of Wenatchee High School on the 16th. Registration starts at 9:30 and then the camp will start at 10 o'clock. Your kiddo should be dressed in athletic attire, including good shoes, and then they should bring a lunch. We'll have a half-an-hour lunch break from 12 until 12:30, so they'll want to bring a lunch and a water bottle, and then when they come back that night, they'll have their t-shirt that they can wear, and then we just encourage them to have fun with it, dress up in all kinds of different holiday wear, whatever reindeer noses or antlers or whatever, just to add some more fun. The cost is $35 and that includes one parent ticket to the game, and then we'll also be selling additional tickets for $5, or you can buy one at the door.
And the culmination of the dance will be, the camp that is, will be a dance for the kids at halftime with the Wenatchee Davis basketball game tomorrow night. Well, the Seahawks will have their hands full this weekend when the LA Rams come calling to CenturyLink Field. Seattle pretty much a must-win situation for any chance to make it the playoffs. Rams come in first place in the NFC West. Coach Pete Carroll says the Rams turnaround is a big credit to Jared Goff in his season. In the standings, Seattle trails LA by a game in the NFC West. Hawks and Rams kick off at 1:05 on Sunday on Fox TV. Also Sunday, Arizona has an early kickoff at Washington with a 10 o'clock kickoff. That's on Fox. Houston is at San Francisco, 1:25 on CBS. That's a check of sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life channel. Have a great weekend, everybody. Grant, back to you.
Well, thank you, Eric. Last night was the opening night for the new Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi. Jay Seebeck went to Gateway Cinema for the exclusive premiere event and met some of the eager fans.
Being able to actually go to the first day premiere, because I was gone last time, I couldn't see The Force Awakens.
Lightsabers.
Well, to find out who The Last Jedi is going to be and to actually see Mark Hamill again, actually acting instead of just standing there like it was in the last one. And I was at the first Star Wars in 1977 in Aspen, Colorado.
The Jedis, Star Wars in general, love Star Wars.
Honestly, just to see where this film picks up after where the last one ended, you know, just
see where the story evolves. Yeah, hopefully they answer some questions, and chances are it'll just lead to more.
I'm interested in what's going to happen with Kylo Ren.
I don't know, I'm fired up just to see the show. You know, I've had kind of a beating in the heart for it for the last few months, and excitement and anticipation. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Carrie Fisher. I'm excited to see what direction the story's going to go. I know there's just a lot of chatter about it not going where you think it's going to go, and I'm excitedly nervous, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not ashamed to say I'm geeking out a little bit.
Man, I'm just excited to see another one come out, honestly.
Gosh, when you saw the first one, of course, it was 40 years ago, and the technology was so, in a way, primitive compared to today, but yet it was so outstanding.
My favorite movie is The Return of the Jedi.
Episode 5, but Revenge of the Sith is also pretty good.
I'm gonna go with Revenge of the Sith.
The Last Jedi, because I've heard it's really good.
Probably Empire. It's a lot of action, but at the same time, it's a good one to go to sleep to.
Empire is probably always at the top of the heap.
I really like Rogue One.
Rogue One.
I'm old school. It's the original Star Wars.
4, 5, and 6. Just those three together. That with the newest one they came out with was the prequel.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, pretty solid.
Man, I want to say it's Rey, but that's so obvious, you know? I'm thinking maybe Finn. I don't know.
Rey.
There's got to be Rey. Luke, yeah, he's old.
It's Luke.
I think Luke Skywalker is going to hand it over.
If I had to guess, probably Luke.
Luke.
I feel like Rey or Kylo is probably going to go more of a middle ground.
I don't know, it's a mystery. Only the Force knows.
We'll be back in just a moment with a recap of some of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. See us at the Plaza in Chelan for all your holiday needs.
Welcome back, and this just into our newsroom from the Eastmont School District. It comes from the desk of Superintendent Garn Christensen, and it reads, at approximately 4:15 yesterday, an Eastmont bus had finished unloading students at a stop on Highway 28 when a young man approached the bus. He boarded the bus, was distraught, and did not appear well. He asked the driver to take him to Quincy. The driver told the man it was not a public bus and twice asked him to get off the bus. The young man would not get off and went back to the back of the bus where he did sit quietly. The driver notified the transportation supervisor of what had happened and proceeded to Clovis Intermediate School where he was met by law enforcement. Officers escorted the young man from the bus and had him transported to the hospital. No students or employees were threatened or injured during that incident. In other news, Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced yesterday he intends to challenge the decision by the federal government to eliminate net neutrality. Ferguson says the FCC's action will seriously harm consumers, innovation, and small businesses. So, what impacts will the decision have on companies such as Local-Tel customers? Company CEO Dimitri Mandelis commented in a recent interview on Street Talk and Other Stuff with host Mike Magnotti.
As one of your customers, if net neutrality is eliminated, how am I going to be affected? Well, I mean, what's going to happen with me?
With you?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing with. We're still an open network.
Right.
Okay. And so we're not changing anything. Really.
Okay.
But we don't build our own network. I mean, we're using the PUD's network primarily. But if I were, I'm just speculating, okay, but if I were a charter and I'm spending millions and billions to build this network out, and I'm looking, how do I recoup my cost when Voodoo, Hulu, Google, Amazon, Apple, and more are going to be using this same network, and my services compete with them, and I can't charge them to use my network. I have to pay all the costs for this and still have to try to get my competitive product. What will they do? I don't know.
The Federal Communications Commission voted 3-2 to overturn the Obama-era rules that were designed to prevent internet providers from showing favoritism to some websites and apps over others. Time now for your weather forecast for north central Washington. Before we get to those details, let's take another look outside our beautiful weather window, where once again we take a look up Wenatchee Avenue down at downtown Wenatchee, and some clouds still around the Cascades, low-hanging clouds all around the area today. As I mentioned at the top of the newscast, some snow flurries this morning and even some freezing rain around the area, and not much will change for that. If you are traveling east, remember there is that winter weather advisory. So a mixed bag of precipitation types, snow, sleet, and freezing rain is possible from Wenatchee to Moses Lake and southward. That will last into the afternoon and tonight as a weak weather system makes its way through the area. This could lead, as I mentioned, to slick roads and sidewalks, but really won't be enough ice to cause tree or power line problems in the state. The front will slowly exit over southeast Washington and the southern Idaho panhandle by tonight. As you take a look at that radar, you can see that moisture moving through Washington state and now into western Montana. Some high pressure behind that, and that could bring us a little bit of a break, especially during the day tomorrow. But notice right behind that, that is our next storm system that will move in on Sunday and will be active through Tuesday. We will see at least a 30 to 60% chance of rain, maybe even a rain mixed with snow shower throughout that period right here in the Wenatchee Valley. And then a cold front slides down from Canada on Wednesday of next week, dropping our afternoon high temperatures into the lower 30s. Here's a look at your forecast now, and tonight we will drop down to 31 degrees. As I mentioned, kind of a break on Saturday before things kick up again Saturday night. 38 your high Saturday, 37 on Sunday, and then as we get into Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at highs about 40 with some shower activity still possible. Cooler and less cloudy as we move our way into the middle of next week. By Thursday, mostly sunny with a high then of 33 degrees. And we leave you tonight with a video from the host of NCW Life Channel's Your Weekly Tech Update, Ray McNeil, who sends us a Christmas wish all the way from Australia.
Geek Captain Ray McNeil. I'm your video game Victor Ray McNeil. I'm your master of, it's even worse, I'm your tech elf. Oh, hi there. I'm just working on my newest show, and as you can see, Christmas in Australia is treating me well. While I miss the Wenatchee Valley and all of our friends and family, I would love to share some of this warmth with you this holiday season. So here's the best I've come up with. Hit record on your DVR, and anytime you feel cold or want a bit of the beach life, play this video on a loop and enjoy. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And Merry Christmas to you, Ray, and your beautiful family. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. Also, make sure you tune into the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life channel on Twitter.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and then struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99. It's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works. YourWorkoutRx.com.
Is your vehicle in need of a quick oil change or tune-up before hitting the road this summer? Stop by Quick Lube and Tune, the home of the good guys at 610 South Wenatchee Avenue.